What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of DC's Not Police. Boop! My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and hopefully not run this police department into the ground. I don't know. It's been a rough trip so far, and I'm actually surprised so many of you have made it this far. I'm really surprised. We've got one extra person on Shift A. Things are looking good. I think we're in really solid shape right now. I think... Well, who's a little stronger? I definitely think that Shift A is the stronger shift of the two. We may want to transfer over one of the 300 XP people just to kind of get them taken care of, but we'll worry about that as time goes along. As of things going right now, it seems to be okay. How are we doing with that? City Hall is still angry at us. Really? We've covered 2 of their problems so far, and they still have an issue with us. Study. Drunk people are more attractive. Women's clinic requires mayor's protection for pro-life activists. Reclusive millionaire bequeathed fortune to city. It's unfortunate that he's not a recursive millionaire then. Let's go ahead and continue playing the game. Mr. Boyd, why did you send the police to the small business protest? To avoid casualties. We received a report there might be a riot. Did you think that the peaceful demonstration put people's safety at risk? Yes. According to our information, some of the protesters were armed. Are you or any of your family personally involved in any kind of business? I have no idea. I don't keep track of all my cousins and aunts. Do you have any kind of interest in suppressing the protest? No. For me, police chief, it's always better if everything goes nice and smoothly without any trouble. Mr. Boyd, did you give the order to suppress the protest by force? Let's go ahead and blame the Mafia. One of the individuals guilty of starting the riot came to us and admitted that it was ordered by the Mafia. We're probably going to get in trouble for that one. I would be surprised if there wasn't some recourse for this. But Mafia wants increased influence in large companies. Mafia sabotages people's business protests. When suppressor comes forward, the Mafia was behind this. They're probably going to be upset. I don't think they're going to let us get away with this one. Roka didn't come into work today. Cats ate ice cream, passed, and had diarrhea all night. No, I don't care that your cat has diarrhea. He goes in the box, right? Your cat isn't one of those weird anomalous cats that just shits all over the house. Well, might as well go. Man, I just had this peanut chicken thing. It was so spicy. It was from a Chinese place. I think it was Kung Pao chicken. Honestly, it wasn't anything like out of the ordinary or crazy. We got an armed robbery first thing in the morning. A gang of masked men armed with automatic weapons entered the bank. They fired a few shots into the air and demanded that the manager open the vault, while everyone else lay nervous in silence on the floor. One of the guards drew his service weapon, but he didn't have a chance. Blop, blop. Robber shot him right in the stomach. See? That's what happens, man. That's what happens when you tries to be a hero. Let's send out the A-team on this one. We don't have a lot of good officers left, but actually, I'll take McNamara instead so that I have somebody to lead these peons just in case this doesn't go very well. City Hall, we got time for a couple of requests here. I'll do an officer and a SWAT upgrade, and sure, I'll try to get a raise in my salary. Why not? It's worth a shot. We got the sale of the heroin, so I'm going to take the money from that. And we'll wait to see how this plays out. We got an armed robbery at the city center. Heavily armed gunmen have attacked an armored truck. Several witnesses heard an explosion that saw robbers carrying machine guns. Yikes. How do they expect you to respond to both of those? Because you need SWAT for both of them. I mean, you can not send SWAT, but a bunch of level 300s are definitely going to get killed if they try to do that one. I can virtually guarantee you. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I could have delegated a little better, but I don't think we're going to be able to do this one. Yes, I know. Somebody died. Thank you. You don't have to tell me. Mafia assignment. They're hitting the Atticus Tower at 1319. I'll probably let that one go. Can we send somebody? How come Mole? Shouldn't she be on shift today? You know, I know from experience that if you send them without the officer that's in charge of the investigation, you get in big trouble. And they can actually fail even though they have thousands of points. Jose Shug called the station and mattered the sad story through streaming tears. I was just trying to get to know a pretty girl, and I gave her the coolest compliment in the world, but she went crazy and beat me so bad that she mangled me. She ruined my perfect face. That's a false alarm. I guarantee he did something to deserve that one. I mean, in real life, I'd probably send somebody out to respond just in case, but in this game, It's pretty easy to eyeball the ones that are going to be false alarms almost every single time. God. A massive fight at the city center. About 24 scientists recently lost their jobs, decided to stage a protest march in the city center. Participants marched peacefully along the side of the road, but then some religious fanatics came out and started throwing stones at them, tearing their clothes and generally humiliating them. A massive brawl has broken out and several people are already injured. Alright, well, let's send in somebody, I guess. I don't know, we gotta send somebody over there, so might as well get it done now. That wasn't the Atticus Tower, was it? No, Atticus Tower's over here. They're going this way. The assault. The guy offered the girl a quickie and she merely slapped him across the face. Yeah, that's about what I assumed. I hope that doesn't expire anytime soon. Otherwise, we're going to be in big trouble. Meng Chang at the suburb. Jack Boyd, a common acquaintance, told me you're a reasonable man who can be relied upon for help. I need to load 4 luxury cars at the port, and to be very frank, they are stolen. Last time my boys got picked up, and a very big player didn't get his shipment. This time it has to go as smoothly as possible. Cops in the driver's seat would help make that happen. Oh, really? Well, apparently they escaped from that one, too. It looks like they're just setting up huge challenges in front of us now just to get us in trouble, even though we haven't done anything wrong. I'm a little concerned about it. Assault report. Atticus Tower. Got away. Civilian kill. Man, people dropping all over the place right now. $250 for a murder, son. That's not a very good payday. Abuse of emergency services. Once again, retiree Yang Yang Hu complained to the police that a local restaurant is preparing its dishes incorrectly. They don't advertise their portions and mix up their ingredients. We've warned her a dozen times that this isn't a police matter, but she keeps calling and bothering our personnel. I don't care. There's an abduction. A passerby noticed a suspicious black man sitting in a van next to a little white girl. I'm afraid to imagine what that monster has in store for my little angel. I don't think we need to send out SWAT for that one. Let's go ahead and we'll send out a couple officers on this one. Hopefully they can earn themselves a little bit of money on the side. It seems like today's going to be a wash anyways. Abuse of emergency services. Apparently we're not catching anybody today. That's what I've learned. It didn't say she was wasting our time? Maybe they were sending me to arrest her. For some reason I got the impression. Why is there a massive fight at the hospital now? Some guy tried to sneak into the doctor's office without waiting his turn, so people in line decided to punish him. This is ridiculous. Like, for real. They need to tone down this last little part. This is insane. Like, every single call requires like 100 people. Man turns out to be the girl's adopted father. Yep. Yep. Hopefully these guys come back at some point. Meng Chang. Sir Scanlon suddenly turned himself into a self-righteous pussy saying this is wrong, we're the police. He wasn't fucking up the deal, he was going to arrest everybody, so we had to shut him up. Well, you know, don't worry, it's all done quiet and smooth. Despite the trouble with our colleague, Mr. Chang was very pleased. Good. Oh, $40,000. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Gotta hire somebody now, though, to replace a 300-point character, which is going to be a tad rough. Like, it should be fine, but did they kill him, or did they just, like... What did they do with him? There are men and women fighting along a narrow hallway, and they're starting to pick up chairs. Grab the loudest person and arrest him. There you go. So they made it to there. I don't know what's been up with the last couple days, but I figure we've got to be like close to the end of the game or something, because they're hitting us with like everything and the kitchen sink. Like, we are really, I mean, I don't know why you would hit someone with the kitchen sink. It seems unwieldy, and they'd probably be able to get out of the way of it before you could swing it properly. But it's like one of those things. We got an explosion in an apartment house. So for this one, mass riot. The audience at the premiere of the rules of the game was so outraged at the French film they broke the chairs in the hall, and now they're threatening to set fire to the cinema. Perplexed theater director locked himself in the office and called to report the incident. I don't get why this angered them so much. I don't really know what else to do. Frankly, I don't really have that many people to send. I'll send you guys. And then for an explosion, smoke is rising from an apartment building and residents are running out into the street. They're saying that suspicious foreigners live in the apartment that the explosion came from. Okay. We just have to let that one go for right now. I mean, we got plenty of officer slots and whatnot. I'm not going to send people to go die in the streets over dumb shit. I mean, they're overbooking us right now, and there's really nothing I could send anybody out to go do. Don't care. Like, what we really need is the National Guard. Like, it's bullshit that this would be happening in a city in America. This would not happen. The National Guard would have already been deployed. They would have been blocking rivers. They would have been blocking roads. There'd be checkpoints everywhere with the military sitting around pointing guns at cars. It would have been set up already. Believe me when I say that. There's no way a city gets this out of control without somebody stepping in from the military.
Mr. Boyd, Kevin Paulson is here. He wants to talk.
Kevin Paulson. Tell him to fuck off. Jack Boyd, Super Cop.
Why the $500,000, Jack? Why?
Lana, what happened?
Does this sum have some kind of special meaning?
Lana, I don't know who told you about the $500,000, but it's much more complicated than you think.
Oh, it's complicated, all right. It took me an hour to go over all the documents. There's even a few pictures and a lot of answers. Except for one thing. Why $500,000?
What documents? How did you get them? What's in them?
I think you know very well what's in them, and the one who sent them is obviously a big fan of your criminal talents. He even has a cute name for you, Cupcake.
Remember when you told me how you're always surrounded by old men? Well, I'm the opposite. I'm surrounded by children, 9-year-old boys. From their first day of work, they gather in the smoking lounge, telling jokes about what they'll do when they loot their first $1,000,000. But it's more than just innocent jokes. It's quickly becoming a reality. They themselves are surprised how quickly everything happens. They buy their own houses, they buy a car, they get promoted. The first $1,000,000 is soon followed by a second, a third, a fifth. Like children, they have no idea what they're getting into. But I'm not like that, Lana. I'm not like them.
You're saying you're not like them because you're only stealing $500,000?
I only meant
You know, Jack, I'm done worrying about people not taking me seriously. They'll know I mean business when my first act as public prosecutor is throwing the city's former police chief in prison.
Lana, you can't just read over some papers like this and... I told you not to let him in!
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I tried to stop him, but you...
Lana, we need to talk.
Jack, you're so amazingly patient with people. After all the confusion over the past months, all the humiliations, it's really quite admirable. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. I gotta admit, I'm not nearly so patient.
Send someone in here, now!
I've been thinking, Jack. When I take your place, I'll have a lot of opportunities. For example, I could arrest you. You know it wouldn't be hard to find a reason. You obviously don't want that, right? I don't want that either. Given your reputation, arresting you would make me very unpopular. And if we both don't want that, let's find a way out. My suggestion is you retire tomorrow, and I promise I'll let you leave in peace. I swear, Jack, if you...
Mr. Boyd, there's a call on line 2. Mr. Boyd, you really have to take this call.
Boyd!
Jack, it's me.
Laura,
Jack, I don't know what you wanted to say to me, but please, just say it. Jack, I'm hanging up the phone.
Laura, you... Oh my God, Laura. Hey, you remember years ago? So many years I've lost track, but do you remember when Dylan was down with the chicken pox and he couldn't sleep? We kept him occupied until he passed out, and then we went downstairs, sat on the floor, opened a bottle of wine. Who could blame us? Well, we sat on the floor and opened our bills and joked about how poor we were. Remember? And then I jokingly asked if I'd be your hero if I made $1 million. And you sat there lost in thought like you needed to seriously think about the answer. You were quiet for a while, and then you laughed and said that I'd be your hero even if I only made $500,000. Do you remember, Laura?
Jack,
Do you remember?
Honestly, Jack, no, I don't remember.
You don't remember? But that was...
Jack, you've been chasing me down for so long to talk with me. For this? That's all you wanted to tell me?
How can you not remember? It's important, Laura. It's important.
Goodbye, Jack.
Mr. Boyd, are you all right? Mr. Boyd?
Let's see, Dr. Boyd. Oh, we play Dr. Mario now. That's weird. Oh, you drag it. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, well, let's fix my problem here then. Sorry, the controls are weird. The controls weirded me out big time. We'll need to clear those real fast. I don't remember how many you had to stack in Dr. Mario in order to get rid of stuff. And this one, if I'm real sneaky. There we go. I was gonna say, it might be the only way I'm getting that one in there. You might be able to do something right there. Yeah, the mouse controls the pill, but you gotta use the keyboard to flip the pill. Oh, never mind. You have to use a keyboard. Oh, I messed that one up. Just messing with the controls. Just need another yellow, and then we'll be good to go. Or maybe not. Maybe it's 4 you have to line up. There we go. Oh my god, I cleared a level. That's concerning.
Yes, you caught me again. And again, I promise this is the last time. And now you say again that I've said it all before, but I'm...
Jack Boyd is awake.
Jack Boyd? He opened his eyes? He can talk?
Talking? Yes. More like yelling, trying to escape from his room, brawling with the nurses.
Good heavens. He's a tough son of a bitch.
Jack! Lord, were you already discharged from the hospital? I thought you might be down a couple of days or even...
Emma, get me the mayor. Emma, please call the mayor of Freeburg, Stuart Rogers.
"3114. Connect. It's urgent."
This is Jack Boyd.
Jack, you've got to take better care of yourself. How's your...
I'm Freeburg's police chief. I came to work. Stop trying to get in my way.
Someone causing you trouble? We just wanted to make sure somebody was holding down the fort while you were recovering. But don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of everything tomorrow morning. You won't be running into Paulson again.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I'm glad we understand each other. Tell Martin Stett to call me.
What? You don't know? Lieutenant Stett went missing about 2 weeks ago.
All right. Well, that appears to be about as much time as I have for right now. My name is Splattercat. I'm sure we're... Oh, really? They reset all my stuff. Okay, so that makes more sense why it was so rough then, is because they were going to give you a stat reset right then anyways. I figured something big was about to come up. My name is Splattercat. This is the police. Whoop! I will see you all in the next episode of the game, and we will have a good time then, just like we had a good time today. All right? Bye.